Where do you see yourself going as far as in the future with this music thing?
With this music thing, I plan on being, and I've always said this, that I'm gonna be the greatest entertainer to ever live when my heart stops beating. And so I plan on really diving heavily into music. I want to dive heavily into some more writing. People don't know I write screenplays, and I've written actually a piece of a book that I want to release someday. So the big goal is just for me to really dive into all of entertainment and really show people how creative my mind is. One day be bigger than me.
Be careful with that rifle, J.O.
Now my question is, what artists have you worked with
Vaughn Dae
in the past that you had a good vibe with and you was like, okay, this music thing is really me, and who you look forward to working with in the future?
Press Play. That's my cousin. He's on After the Party, and he's on Toxic. And we got a bunch of other music together. That's my very favorite person to make music with. Because like he pushed me, like you know what I'm saying. He never let me be mediocre. He'll tell me straight up if something is bad or something. So I like that kind of constructive criticism. You know what I mean? So I love working with him. In the future, though, I would want to work with. If we talking local, I like what Ye is doing. That's a whole nother realm of music. He like got some soul to him. He got technically gangster music, but he got soul in that. I would like to love to tap into that, man. And yeah, fuck with your boy. And if we go in industry, I'ma go Lil Baby. Lil Baby is the best youngster in the game right now, if you ask me. And she almost drowned me, put her tied in. Like post side, pillow over mouth, keep the whole side.
I personally followed you on social media, and I noticed that, you are a very bright young man, but sometimes you put posts on there that kind of like, what is my tape thinking? Can you tell us about that?
I don't ever know what I be thinking now, but real life, so what it is I'm a very individualistic person, and that was caused by a very tragic moment in my life. My grandmother thrived in pain and begged to pass away, and all kinds of things in front of me. I watched a woman take her last breath that really loved me, and because of that, I drew back from society, and I had a lot of time by myself. And it was in my crucial years, like going through puberty and stuff. So I kind of went through puberty on my own, and idle mind is the devil's playground. So I always had all these crazy, wild thoughts and whatnot, and I just never was able to express them, I guess, till now. Social media gave me an outlet, and I kind of just released all this crazy stuff that was going through my head during a dark time. So that's really where that started, and then I just took it, added to my creativity, and we just build onto it. It's just a part of the personality now, but it came from being secluded and having myself drawn back from the world, and I was the only person in my mind, the only person picking apart my mind, the only person that heard my thoughts was me for a very long time. So that's why my thoughts may seem like they're a little further left than the normal person.
I never talk to the undercover. Your bitches ain't real, all false love. Lamer than a joke by Chris Tuck. They ride on the thing longer than a truck.
What's your favorite song on the album and why?
Oh, that's a hard one. But if I'm non-biased, I'm gonna have to go with After the Party, because that's kind of music I personally indulge in on my own time, which is that more R&B, grown man, get her in the bed kind of feel. That's my kind of music when it's me indulging in it.
The way that I'm about to break it probably make the news. Ain't no limit to the things that I'm about to do.
Growing up in Pasadena and, having to navigate through the gang culture somewhat, how did that affect you as far as, growing into a young man and still, you a father and still being motivated to take care of your family, but in the same token, be a man and hold it down in the streets?
All that leads back to my father. The struggle, the willingness to want to be here for my kids, it all leads back to my father. And when I say that, it's because my father is not anything close to what I am. He was a Crip. He is a Crip, sorry. And he also had a 30-year drug stint. And because of that drug stint, when I came along, you know, people used to love to point out good things about me and try and separate it from my father. But I am him. And all the good things that people love about me are him. I know this from being with him. You know what I'm saying? So I always had a big chip on my shoulder, trying to prove how great I am and then show people that the greatness came from my dad. That played a big, in the gang world as well, because my dad was a Crip, I had to go a lot harder than a lot of these young dudes these days because, you know, I'm from the other side of the tracks. And niggas don't like that. That my dad is who he is and I am who I am. A lot of people hate it. So it posed a lot of problems for me coming up and growing up. And now, you know, seeing how my dad came from what he was, and now my dad is far from the world he was living. You know, he got all the drop tops and everything in the world. Anybody meet him, they'll never know he had a drug history or any kind of past like that. So that kind of thing motivated me to work on myself and look into myself and find out what was wrong with me and make sure that I'm the best version of me for my kids as he did for me.
I choose you, we gon' get to the bag and shit.
Better off, tell her sit it down. Yeah, a nigga wanna chip, I'ma sit me down. If a bitch start to shake, I'ma feel it down. Wing it, I can feel it down.
Last but not least, what current work are you composing?
Oh, want me to give it away, spill the beans.
Yes, is there any current projects, anything that you got in the motions?
Yes, I was born on Doomsday, September 4th. So I'm gonna give y'all a project called Doomsday on September 4th. I have been recording since before I released the first project. To be honest, it's a lot different than the first project. You're gonna get a lot of different vibes on that one. And I have a few singles. I ain't gonna say no names yet because I ain't decided what order, but I had a few singles dropping soon. And I'm gonna flood the streets with music, so just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Vaughn Dae, everywhere, every social media, at Vaughn Dae. Don't matter where you at. If you type in at Vaughn Dae, you'll see this face.
I bang harder than grenade bonkers. Wanna say something? I'll go bonkers. I'm a foul mouth. You can call. Yeah. Monday. That is true. I love this one. Better off, tell her sit it down. If a nigga wanna chip, I'ma sit me down. If a bitch start to shake, I'ma feel it down. Wing it, I can feel it now. Better off, tell her sit it down. Better off, tell her sit it down. Better off, tell her sit it down. Sit it down. Can you drop that ass like a bad habit? Can a nigga break you off with this long fatty? Gon' sit that ass down if that ass plastic. I'm a real nigga, make that ass natty. And she nasty, on the next day. Yeah, fire ass here, yeah, she a dragon. Eating on that pussy, yeah, nigga snagging. Gon' take that meat while nigga snap it. I hit it with the torture. I love to capitalize on a bitch misfortune. I dream all about the four bliss. Y'all could be the hairs, I let her be the door. This like, I eat this exhaust bitch, fat ass wood to the head. Now I'm coughing. That's me, I'm Frosty, Vaughn Dae. I'm the lost kid.